As we go take a peek over here on this horizontal asymptote, we're on page 23. Did we say horizontal asymptotes could or could not be crossed? What did we see on that graph? Could we cross that horizontal asymptote? Let me show you. So we're going to say horizontal asymptotes can be crossed. Yes, they can. And we've got 3 different things that we've got to take a peek at to determine that horizontal asymptote. It says if the degrees are the same. You guys, the degrees are just the exponents. So for this case, that would be like if m equaled n or if n equals m. What is right here, what we're doing right here is very textbooky. Me as a kid did not like textbooky. Some of you guys are strong at textbooky. So I like to give the textbook as well as give a little numerical answer as well for all of our different types of learners. So if the degrees are the same, you have a horizontal asymptote at what over what from this example, do you think? It is A over B. You guys are my textbooky people. If I were a student, I wouldn't have gotten this. And here's the example that would have helped me. If I was given this, 8x squared plus, it doesn't even matter what else we've got going on. And maybe I'll write it in though. 8x squared plus 3x minus 4. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to put that over 4x squared plus 2x minus 7. Again, the only thing that matters are those coefficients and then there's variables with the matching exponents. What do you think my horizontal asymptote would be here? Y equals 2. Because my exponents matched, my degrees matched, 8 over 4 is just 2. There's my horizontal asymptote. Those are my favorite ones. What are we noticing? Anytime the degrees in the denominator is bigger by any amount, horizontal asymptote is always going to be y equals 0. Which axis is that? The x-axis. Anytime the degree in the denominator is bigger. So let's go ahead and use this same example from right here. What if I've got 8x squared plus 3x minus 4? Give me something that would make the denominator's degree bigger. 4x to the 9th, did I hear? I dig it. Plus 2x minus 7. As Hayden pointed out, the only thing I changed was the exponent on the bottom. That's the only thing I changed. And because that exponent on the bottom is bigger, we're always going to have a horizontal asymptote at 0 every time. Last one's my least favorite. If the numerator's degree is bigger, anytime that numerator's degree is bigger, then we do not have a horizontal asymptote. We do not have one. I'm going to give an example of if it was 8x to the 3rd plus 3x minus 4 over 4x plus 2x. No, I'm sorry, 4x plus 7. That would be the example of my degree in the exponent being larger than the degree in the, degree in the numerator being larger than the degree in the denominator. You guys, I often write ha for horizontal asymptote just because I like to laugh. Also, if Ben were to say like horizontal asymptote does not exist, if you were to write something like that, bud, that's totally fine as well. There is no horizontal asymptote. So you guys, now we got to put it together. Here we go. Determine all these things. Notice I don't have a spot for a hole because there isn't one. Okay. Regardless, we got to factor it. Ooh, what do we take out first from this top? What's that GCF? I heard someone say it. From the top, GCF, 2x. Okay, I hear that. 2x from the top. Y equals 2x. What's left? 3x plus, great. On the bottom, do I have a GCF to take out? 2, what's left? X squared minus Yes, ma'am. On the top, I can't factor this anymore because I can't do difference of squares right here. So the top is done. What can I do on the bottom right here? 2. We got 2. What multiplies to be a -4 adds to be a 3? -4 and 1. Good job, girl. So I'm going to say -4 and 1. And on top, I still have 2x, 3x plus 5. Okay, people, do we have a hole? Do we have a hole? No. We don't have a hole. That's why I didn't give you a blank for it. That's nice. Vertical asymptotes. When does the denominator equal 0? When does that denominator equal 0? Do we have to worry about 2? Does 2 ever equal 0? No. When does x minus 4 equal 0? 4 and -1. You guys, we got 2 vertical asymptotes. X is 4. X is -1. I'm going to go into my graph. -1 and 4. Oliver, you with me? This is our new part. Horizontal asymptotes. Look at the degrees, people. Look at how this started. 6x squared over 2x squared. What's my biggest exponent? Do they match? So what's that horizontal asymptote going to be? 3 all day. And maybe you guys write yourself a little reminder. That was 6x squared over 2x squared. Things cancel out. 6 over 2 is just 3. So my horizontal asymptote is 3. I did go back to my original on that, which I wouldn't have to. Like, I would have to distribute. I think going to the original is a good strategy for that one, though. You guys, we haven't drawn that in. Let's go draw y equals 3 into my graph. We haven't drawn that yet. The x-intercept, y'all, is when that denominator, when y equals 0. When does this y equal 0? What do we actually have to worry about? The top or the bottom? Yeah, you guys, for x-intercepts, it's really when does the top equal 0? So I'm going to put that off to the side. When does 0 equal the top? 2x, 3x plus 5. When do each of those equal 0? When does 2x equal 0? When does 3x plus 5 equal 0? What's the first one? 0. What's the second one? -5/3, anybody? Yeah? Okay, so I like to put it as a point. My y is 0. I got 0 for my x when my y was 0. I got -5/3 for my x when my y was 0. That's how I would write my 2 x-intercepts. I'm going to go to my graph, and I'm going to plot those. X is 0, y is 0. -5/3 is -1 and 2/3, 0. Y-intercept. That's when my x's are 0, people. If my x's are 0, I could put that here or I could put it here. I think up here is actually easier. What would we get? What would I get up top if my x is 0? Over -8, right? 0 over anything is just going to get me 0. And that does make sense because we already had that plotted. You guys, I'm going to go graph this original function. The guidelines are right here. I have no x or y intercepts to worry about, so I'm just going to say, all right, hug this vertical asymptote, and I'm going to then go hug this horizontal. When I say hug, I mean get really close to it, but don't cross it. Okay? Let's go. I don't have a spot for a hole, but let's go. In order to do any of this, we got to factor it anyway. Can the top factor? Nah. What about the bottom? X plus 3, x minus 3. Well said. You agree we have no hole, people. Where are my vertical asymptotes? Where do these denominators equal 0? Say it again. Yeah, plus or minus 3. Okay, buddy, I see that. -3, vertical asymptote. +3, vertical asymptote. Let's go sketch those in. Horizontal asymptote. This is the newer one, you guys. This is when we compare those exponents. Do my exponents match in the top and the bottom? They don't. The one on the bottom is what? Bigger or smaller? Yeah, the degree on the bottom is bigger. Which one of these is that? The first, second, or third option? The second. The denominator is the one on the bottom. The denominator's degree is bigger. So what's going to be my horizontal asymptote? 0. Yep, we get to just say boom. And if you're like, ooh, I wouldn't have done that, maybe you write yourself a note. The denominator degree was bigger. Maybe you write yourself a little something like that. Let's go put that in. Y equals 0 looks like this. X-intercept. That's when my y is 0. What do I actually have to worry about when I'm talking about if this whole thing equals 0? The top or the bottom? The top. When does 0 equal x plus 4? at -4. Agreed. Thanks, Bets. So I'm going to say, all right, at -4. So I'm just going to say at -4, my y was 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that on my horizontal asymptote? It sure is. Am I allowed to cross a horizontal asymptote? I sure am. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's okay. That's okay. I can cross a horizontal asymptote. Last one, when do I have a y-intercept? That's when my x is 0. You could plug in an x here or here, or here, here, and here. You could plug in 0 in for x. I think right here is going to be easier. What would I get? 4 over -9. Awesome. So when x is 0, my y was -4/9. When x is 0, my y was -4/9. That's about down a half. Okay, so you're saying, bro, do you agree? We're going to hug this vertical asymptote at -3, cross through at -4, and hug from the bottom side. So you guys, we're going to go to our graph, and we're going to say, all right, I can do this. I'm going to go in black, and I'm going to go a little fatter. Okay, hug this vertical asymptote, cross through at -4, and then I'm just going to hug that horizontal asymptote. Yeah. Okay. Then over here, I just have this little bloop to graph. And you agree it's going to hug -3, cross through at -4/9, I think that was, and hug +3. If a yours doesn't have this little higher on the left and lower on the right, doesn't matter. We're going to hug this vertical asymptote. I'm going to cross through, and I'm going to hug that other vertical asymptote. Yes, sir. Okay, last thing. Last thing this side. Do you agree we're hugging 3 and we're hugging 0, but we have no x or y intercepts to worry about? So I'm just going to be like this. Cool. Hugging and hugging. Let's go to page 24. All I want to do is practice what would be that horizontal asymptote. The degree on the numerator is bigger. When that degree on the numerator is bigger. So right here, when it says horizontal asymptote, I would just say none. Does not exist, however you want to say it. And maybe you write yourself a little note. Degree in the numerator was bigger. Degree in the numerator was bigger, if that helps you. How about this one down here? What's going to be on this one? 1x squared over 1x squared is just going to be 1, so we got a horizontal asymptote at 1. Ooh, how about 6? This one I already factored it for you, which is kind of annoying. So if I were to redistribute this, we only care about the biggest exponent. What would I get there? 1x squared, I don't care about the other fluff, because that's going to be my biggest exponent. On the bottom, what would be my biggest exponent? It wouldn't be an x cubed, because that'd be an x squared times that x would get me an x cubed. If the denominator exponent is bigger,
0.
It's 0. Well said, sir. Just keep practicing. What would be my horizontal asymptote on 7? 2. Horizontal asymptote. Y is 2. Boom. 8. I know we didn't really do 8. What would it be? The degree on the bottom is bigger. 0. Very good. Horizontal asymptote would be 0. The degree on the bottom is bigger. Last one. Say again. 1/4. So good. He's like, all right, they match, and I'd have a 1 over a 4. We did.